Tahira Abdullah is a human rights activist and joins us now live from Islamabad. Good to have you with us, Tahira. Could you explain to us just why this abuse was covered up for so long?
I think it's a case of rape, pornography, pedophilia, and worst of all, added to complicate that is the blackmail that the families of these unfortunate girls and boys have been put through. In our village society in Pakistan especially, there's a feudal structure, which means that the influential politicians, the members of parliament, have the police forces in their pocket, and I say this knowing what I'm saying. The judiciary is very scared, and there's no such thing as witness protection for the parents to come forward to either register cases with the police against the perpetrators, or to be heard, or to have any hope of a fair trial within the jurisdiction of that particular, because the feudal system in Pakistan does not permit fair trials.
Is there a certain reluctance as well to perhaps report such abuse because it might be considered taboo?
Yes. Taboo is too strong a word, but it's certainly bringing dishonor and shame and stigma on the society, on the families and society in general. In our village structures, very often, most families who live there are members of the same clan or tribe or caste. So, you know, it brings a lot of shame. When there are young girls, little girls involved, then it raises issues about their subsequent marriages. You know, no one will bring proposals for them. But those are long-term type of issues. Right now, I would like to say something, if you don't mind. I think Pakistan is failing its children. We have laws, we have a constitution. I brought the constitution with me, which has an entire article which talks about the duties of the state to protect the family, the marriage unit, the mother, the child. And I ask if the state of Pakistan is doing that through successive governments, and the answer is no, it's not. And how do we know that? Annually, we have State of Children's Report by the NGO Spark. Now, the problem with NGOs working in Pakistan is that successive governments, whether they are military-style dictatorships or whether they are democratically elected governments, are in denial. And whenever an independent NGO brings forth reports of such child sexual abuse, pornography, pedophilia, violence, etc., child labor, 25 million children out of school, all these issues.
Tahira, I just want to ask one more question, and I just want to get an idea from you just how widespread you think this exploitation is. These numbers are almost 300 children in this case. It's been called the tip of the iceberg.
Yes. It is indeed the tip of the iceberg, because for two reasons. As I said, the stigma and the shame and the dishonor it brings on the family, and the hopelessness of bringing cases, registering the FIR and the challan and going through the court system. Our court system takes years and years and years, and so there's a hopelessness and despair about the official way of doing things, the channels. So this is indeed the tip of the iceberg.
Tahira Abdullah, thank you very much for taking the time to come speak to us here on Al Jazeera.